Bum 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 bum. Okay, so it's been a while since I did the top 5 worst combiners, which included these buffoons like a computery guy, a mistake, 2 terrible translations to another media, and an amputation victim. And that's all in the past, cause let's talk about the best of the best. Here's the criteria. Enough talk, let's say go!
Suffer from overconfidence or anything.
He does, but he will suffer more at the hands of Predaking.
I'm putting Predaking as number 5 because he hits the first criteria on the nail. His design is a KFC Phoenix Man, sure did catch my eye when I first saw him in Season 3. And yes, he's by far one of the few things of quality in Season 3. Unlike most of his Decepticon combiner bros who all have noteworthy rivals, Predaking has no equal, which gives off this cool factor as this unstoppable force of power. Although he does have a rival in Skylynx, it doesn't take away his cool factor. Also, unlike most of the early combiners, he's not an idiot, makes him a smart combiner that doesn't suck.
Don't touch me!
He was also voiced by WWE wrestler Samoa Jones in Power of the Primes, which is one of the few things good about Power of the Primes. Now, he's only number 5 for a few reasons. The Predacon members are not that great equally. Razorclaw, the lion, their fearless leader. There's Rampage, the puma, who gets overshadowed by another character called Rampage, who's just Hannibal Lecter as a crab. Headstrong, a red rhino who should not be confused with Ramhorn, who is also a red rhino. And then there is Dive Bomb and Tantrum, whom I have nothing funny or interesting to say about them. But the most overshadowed character of them all is, well, Predaking. Yeah, the version of Predaking who gets more attention is not the combined form of animals, but Predaking from Transformers Prime, who is cloned from fossilized robot bones, which explain that the actual dinosaurs were just Cybertronian animals roaming the earth. I didn't know the writers of Ancient Aliens wrote the show. So yeah, even with these vices, Predaking is still cool AF and deserves the number 5 spot.
Welcome to the end of the road, courtesy of Manasaur!
At number 4, we got Manasaur, first combiner of Season 2 two-parter The Key to Vector Sigma, where the Decepticons find the titular Disco Ball, who has the power to give life to Transformers before they discovered Christianity, and now Primus has taken over that business. Oh shit, I lost track. Oh yeah, Big Party Balloon gives life to the Stunticons, who are Motormaster, the first evil version of Optimus Prime, but has been overshadowed by the likes of Nemesis Prime,
False Convoy,
Black Leo Convoy,
Black Big Convoy,
Scourge, Grand Scourge, Shattered Glass Optimus Prime, Nova Prime, Giltor, Darkseid Optimus Prime, Purple Wicked Convoy, Black Go Convoy, and Rodimus Prime. Breakdown, whose personality is based on his name. Dead End, who's very depressed, and I love him.
Who cares?
Wild Rider, who is wild! And Dragstrip, he's yellow. With their problematic personalities, they combine into Manasaur, who has all of their strengths and weaknesses, which if you think makes him any less cool, I think it makes him unique. Stunticons have a rivalry with the bland-looking aerial bots who form Superion, and no, he is not on the list. Manasaur has appeared in Combine Award, where he was voiced by Dashi Games.
Welcome back to Super! Super Bob Breaker! Welcome back to Super! What up?
And Robots in Disguise 2015, or Transformers Adventure in Japan, where we explore the clashing personalities affecting Manasaur more, and almost all the members are new characters with the exception of Motormaster and Dragstrip, who got something he didn't have in G1. A personality. I guess it is easy being yellow. But besides the vices of having 4 to 5 memorable members and having ugly arms in G1, this menace still makes number 4 on this list.
Bruticus angry.
Menasor wasn't the only combiner who appeared in Season 2. There was a Purion, Defensor, he's not on the list too. And number 3 on the list, Bruticus. He and the boys who make up this behemoth, the Combaticons, were a bunch of renegade cons who Starscream saved from being stuffed in a office drawer on Cybertron just so they could help him overthrow Megatron. And if you know Starscream, he almost succeeded until it all went wrong and Bruticus turned on our favorite Screamer, took over Cybertron, and almost destroyed the Earth. So yeah, Bruticus did make an impact in his first appearance. Similar to Menasor, who is made up of clashing personalities, Bruticus might even be more of a menace because of the Combaticons being war criminal renegades. Onslaught, the leader and military strategist. Blastoff, the Snoopy space shuttle, who might be gay for Onslaught. Brawl and Vortex, who are just average evil goons. And then there is my boy Swindle, who is the only member popular enough to appear in Transformers Animated on his own, and was voiced by the great late Fred Willard.
Is this Jay Leno? No. Jay retired. This is Jimmy Kimmel. Oh, that's disappointing.
But still just number 3 because of the many problems that come with being a Decepticon combiner when he gets clowned after his initial appearance. And his rival Defensor, who might not be as bland as Superior, but that is not saying much. And if you ask me, Bruticus Maximus is a downgrade. But still, a brutal Bruticus takes the number 3 spot like he took Shockwave that one time and used him as a gun like pew 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 pew.
The Transformers! Constructicons, merge for the kill! Devastated.
Now there is this battle in my brain thing when writing this list because I have 2 candidates for the top 1 on this stupid YouTube list. So after days of thinking, I decided to have a hot take and put Devastator as number 2 because I have certain bias against the number 1 spot that overpowers my Devastator bias. He has many things going for him, from being the first of his kind, his introduction fighting the Dinobots, every member of the Constructicons, though they look very similar to each other, all have such charming personalities that work so well together.
Scavenger! Mixmaster! Long Haul! Bone Crusher! Hook! And myself!
The only thing I hate about Devastator comes entirely from his Revenge of the Fallen variant that I decided to name Dogstator. There is also his appearance in Combiner Wars, where he is voiced by the Incredible Hulk himself, Fred Tatasquire, Tatashore, I don't know. But Combiner Wars has proven that big names do not make a good show. Also there's his Energon stunt double, Constructicon Maximus, which is worse than Bruticus Maximus, and somehow Superion Maximus looks the best of them all. Like, what? But beside this, and Devastator deserves the number 2 spot. Because
Nothing can withstand the might of
Enemy scrotum.
boom bam, bada bam, boom bam, bada bam, boom bam, bada bam, boom bam, bada bam.
Lio Kaiser. I love him, but he's not in my top 5. Dino King. They're just the best. Victorion, the first female combiner created by fans, but gets the short end of the stick the most in Combiner Wars, and good god, I'm so sick of talking about that show. Got Neptune. The sea cons who make up this guy are so charming that they are now automatically number 7. Abominus. I like monsters, and just watching Computron getting clowned is enough of a reason.
the Transformers! For the beats we hide! The Transformers!
Oh man, I accidentally filled this list with just Decepticon combiners. I mean, Superion, Defensor are bland, Computron is this channel's punching bag.
Calculating.
I like Raiden, but there's not much to say about him other than his Diaclone origin, and Ultra B exists. There was one new Autobot combiner in Power the Primes that appeared for like 20 seconds and was not good reason to have him on the list. But then Cyberverse happened, and now Volcanicus is number 1 best combiner of all time. Volcanicus is the combined form of the Dinobots, who have been around for so long that people have been begging for this for a while. Then the beast appeared and ruined everything for everyone. We believed that we could never get another chance, but thank God we were wrong. Cause in the special 4-parter, The Immobilizers, Grimlock finds the Enigma of Combination and meets the rest of the Dinobot. Sludge, Snarl, Slag, and Swoop, who is a girl now. That's pretty cool. Together they combine into Volcanicus and defeat Triptychon, and oh god, it's so cool! Also, remember when I said Predaking didn't have a combiner rival? Well, Volcanicus now exists, and he's just Predaking, but only better, and I hope we get more of him in the future. So this was my list of the best combiners. If you disagreed with this list and the other one, feel free to press that red button to tell me how wrong I am. That's all, folks. Ba ba bum 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 ba ba